The king raised a flea as big as a small dog. It even pulled a little cart every day, which delighted the king tremendously. To make the flea grow faster, the king fed it beef blood and pork chops. Soon after, it actually became as big as a small dog. Seeing such an adorable flea, the king also felt content. Every day, he would gently pat the flea's head, just like patting his own child. Days passed one by one, until one day, the royal physician was urgently summoned to the palace. Before the physician could ask anything, the king pulled him into the study. The physician urgently asked the king where he felt unwell. Before he could react, he saw the giant flea beside the king. The king urged him. The physician had no time to think. He picked up his stethoscope and began examining the flea. Before he could treat it, the flea passed away. It turned out the flea had eaten too much. The king had overfed it. Seeing the deceased flea, the king held it and wept bitterly. After all, the flea was something he had carefully raised. Just then, he suddenly remembered. A few days ago he had asked what kind of husband the princess wanted. The princess shyly said she wanted a strong and handsome husband. Thinking of this, the king immediately went to find the princess. He told the princess he had already figured out a way to choose a husband. The next day, the king peeled off the flea's skin and asked people throughout the kingdom to guess what animal this skin came from. Whoever could guess correctly could marry the princess. People studied the leather. Some used magnifying glasses to observe carefully, but nobody figured it out. Suddenly a wild man strutted right in. The guards stopped him. For fairness, the king decided to let him participate too. Unexpectedly, the wild man stepped forward, sniffed the leather, and immediately said it was flea skin. The princess felt heavy-hearted upon hearing this. She turned and ran out of the hall. She ran to the rooftop planning to jump. The king urged her to consider the bigger picture, because as a king he must keep his word. Even his own child was no exception. The princess had no choice but to accept her fate. She was taken away by the wild man. Leaving the familiar place, to fulfill his promise,